You must miss your father terribly, I know. Lord Eddard was a brave man, honest and loyal, but quite a hopeless player. In King's Landing there are two sorts of people, the players and the pieces. You were a piece, but don't let that trouble you. You're still half a child. Every man's a piece to start with, and every maid as well. Even some who think they are players. Cersei, for one. She thinks herself sly, but in truth she is utterly predictable. Her strength rests on her beauty, birth, and riches. Only the first of those is truly her own, and it will soon desert her. I pity her then. She wants power, but has no notion what to do with it when she gets it. Everyone wants something, Elaine, and when you know what a man wants, you know who he is, and how to move him. Sir Dontos the Red was a skin of wine with legs. He could never have been trusted with a task of such enormity as poisoning a king. He would have bungled it or betrayed me. No, all Dontos had to do was lead you from the castle, and make certain you wore your silver hairnet. You could turn King's Landing upside down and not find a single man with a mockingbird sewn over his heart. But that does not mean I am friendless. Oswell, come up here and let the Lady Sansa have a look at you. You might not recognize him, but you have met his 3 sons. Tell me, Elaine, which is more dangerous, the dagger brandished by an enemy, or the hidden one pressed to your back by someone you never even see? When the imp sent off her guards, the Queen had Sir Lancel hire sellswords for her. Lancel found her the Kettleblacks, which delighted your little lord husband, since the lads were in his pay through his man Bronn. But it was me who told Oswell to get his sons to King's Landing, when I learned Bronn was looking for swords. 3 hidden daggers, Elaine, now perfectly placed. I did not say a Kettleblack put the poison in Joff's cup. The lads are far too treacherous to be part of any such scheme, and Osmond has become especially unreliable since he joined the Kingsguard. That white cloak does things to a man, I find, even a man like him. I love the juice of these blood oranges, but I loathe the sticky fingers. Clean hands, Sansa. Whatever you do, make certain your hands are clean. No more guesses, sweetling? I will wager that at some point during the evening someone told you that your hairnet was crooked and straightened it for you. She was the same one who wanted to take you to Highgarden to marry you to her grandson. Gentle, pious, good-hearted Willis Tyrell. Be grateful you were spared. He would have bored you spitless. The old woman is not boring, though. I'll grant her that. A fearsome old harridan, and not near as frail as she pretends. When I came to Highgarden to dig her for Marjorie's hand, she let her lord's son bluster while she asked pointed questions about Joffrey's nature. I praised him to the sky, to be sure, whilst my men spread disturbing tales amongst Lord Tyrell's servants. That is how the game is played. I also planted the notion of Sir Loras taking the white. Not that I suggested it, that would have been too crude, but men in my party supplied grisly tales about how the mob had killed Sir Preston Greenfield and raped Lady Lollis, and slipped a few silvers to Lord Tyrell's army of singers to sing of Ryman Redwine, Serwyn of the Merrishield, and Prince Aemon the Dragon Knight. A harp can be as dangerous as a sword, in the right hands. Mace Tyrell actually thought it was his own idea to make Sir Loras's inclusion in the Kingsguard part of the marriage pact. Who better to protect his lord than her splendid knightly brother? And it relieved him of the difficult task of trying to find lands and a bride for a 3rd son, never easy, and doubly difficult in Sir Loras's case. Be that as it may, Lady Olenna was not about to let Joff harm her precious darling granddaughter. But unlike her son, she also realized that under all his flowers and finery, Sir Loras is as hot-tempered as Jaime Lannister. Toss Joffrey, Marjorie, and Loras in a pot, and you've got the makings for a Kingslayer stew. The old woman understood something else as well. Her son was determined to make Marjorie a queen, and for that he needed a king. But he did not need Joffrey. We shall have another wedding soon, wait and see. Marjorie will marry Tommen. She'll keep her queenly crown and her maidenhead, neither of which she especially wants. But what does that matter? The Great Western Alliance will be preserved, for a time at least.